Your final year of nursing school is where it all comes together. Your clinical placements, your confidence, and those first steps toward getting that grad job. But the truth is, some students finish the degree feeling ready to hit the ground running, while others still feeling unsure of where to start. So in this video, I want to share with you what you can do right now in your final year to stack the deck in your favor. The habits, the small experiences, the small steps that'll make you stand out and feel truly job ready by the time you graduate. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm a registered nurse based in Sydney, Australia, and I graduated in 2017 and have been working as a registered nurse ever since. So let's get right into it. First things first, focus on your core clinical skills. By your final year, you've already done so many clinical placements, but this is the time to really consolidate what you've learned. Things like practicing handover using the ISBA format, taking observations manually, IV management, wound care, and safe medication administration. During your final placement blocks, don't just stand back and assist. This is your chance to take the lead. Start managing your own patient load, under supervision obviously. Even though you'll be buddied up with the nurse for the day, take ownership for your patients for that shift. Plan their care, prioritize tasks, and communicate with the team as if they were your own patients. And of course, when you're unsure, your buddy's right there to guide you. But the goal is to start thinking like an independent nurse. And that's what truly bridges the gap between being a student and becoming a confident grad nurse. When I did this during my final year, this was honestly a game changer. I felt so much ready when I started my first job. The RNs I worked with during my final clinical blocks, they were so supportive. They would literally just stand back and let me just take the lead. And I was practically looking after all these patients, but under their supervision. They would actually act as a nursing assistant to me all day, doing my vital signs if I was falling behind tasks and helping me with all the little things, but really for the most part, they would just let me take the lead. And because of that, I felt so ready when I was starting my first job. The next big thing I want to talk about is start working on your nursing resume early. A lot of the students wait until a week before the applications are open to start working on their nursing resume. But you need to keep this in mind that in Australia, most grad programs open mid-year and often before you even finish the course, which means the grad applications might open while you're on your clinical placements or in the middle of your exams or a big assignment is due. So you won't be able to give your resume the attention it needs. So don't leave it to the last minute. So things to keep in mind when it comes to your nursing resume. Keep your resume 2 to 3 pages max. Clean, short, easy to read. And in your resume, you want to cover things like the wards and facilities you did your clinical placements at. Make sure you include a skills section in there where you mention both your clinical and your transferable skills. Things like teamwork, time management, communication skills, and clinical skills that you've practiced while you were on your placements like wound care, IV management. And don't forget your extracurriculars. If you did any volunteering while you were at uni, or any leadership roles, let's say for your social clubs at university, or any other past work experiences that shows reliability and people skills, they all add depth to who you are as a person and as a future nurse. And your work experience. If you worked as a nursing assistant during your nursing degree, definitely add that in. And I highly recommend getting a nursing assistant job during your final year of nursing degree, if not during the entire degree. It not only gives you real world experience of what it's like working in healthcare, it teaches you how to work within a team. And it looks great on your resume when you apply for these new grad positions once you graduate. Employers love seeing that you've already got some experience in the clinical environment. And finally, add a short personal statement up on the top, just a few sentences about who you are, your nursing values, and what sort of roles you're looking for. It's totally optional. Some people do it, some people don't. I still have it on my resume, so totally up to you. I'd also recommend getting a mentor or a preceptor or even a friend who already works as a nurse to review your resume. A fresh perspective sometimes catches things that we might miss. When I was writing mine for the very first time, I kept reminding myself that your resume isn't just a piece of document. It's your first impression before you ever walk into that interview room. So make it professional, authentic, and true to your journey. Next up, I want to talk about networking. And I know that word sounds a bit cringy. It's actually just about connecting with people in your placements. The nurse educator, your clinical facilitator, the nursing unit manager on the ward, these are the people who can give you glowing references and even job opportunities later. At the end of my final clinical block, I politely asked one of my clinical facilitators, who I worked with so many times during my nursing degree, that if they wouldn't mind being my referee when I apply for my grad applications. And they said yes. So all you need to do is ask. And ideally someone who you've worked with a few times during your nursing degree, because they already know you and they can vouch for you. Another reference was from my nursing assistant job. It was a nursing unit manager who agreed to be my referee for my grad applications as well. And that one reference opened so many doors for me because employers trust feedback from people who've seen you work. I played very smartly with that one because the nursing unit manager was from the same hospital I was applying the new grad application for. And the other one was my clinical facilitator. So ideally have up to 3 references on your resume, but some jobs will only ask you to have 2, so they will ask you to pick 2 out of the 3. Next up, I want to talk about another big one, learning how the healthcare system actually operates in Australia. I know it sounds a bit boring, but understanding how public versus private hospitals operate, what the APRA standards are, and what scope of practice actually means will make you a safer and a more confident nurse. When I first started, I didn't fully understand the escalation process or how a multidisciplinary team actually works, and that made me a bit nervous. But eventually over time, I became more familiar with how the escalation process actually works. So I would recommend keeping this at the back of your mind and consciously make efforts to learn more about things like these. Being a student is different, but using that student card, asking the questions, understanding all these different teams and what they do will help you big time when you go and work as a new grad nurse. And also take some time to familiarize yourself with the national safety and quality health standards, medication policies, documentation requirements. You'll instantly stand out when you speak the same language as your colleagues. And finally, this one's so important. Look after yourself. Final year can feel like a marathon, juggling between assignments, your clinical placements, and maybe even part-time work because someone told you that you need your nursing assistant experience on your resume before you apply for your grad positions. So you're getting some part-time work on the side while you're juggling everything else. But burnout can start before you even begin your nursing career. I used to push through every shift without resting or eating until I realized that looking after myself actually made me a better nurse for my patients. So find your self-care rhythm early, whether it's exercising, journaling, going for long walks, or spending time with your friends, because once you start working, that balance becomes everything. And during your new grad year, it's a 12-month program. You won't be able to take any time off anyway. So I would recommend taking a holiday or doing something for yourself before the program starts. For example, I took 2 weeks off before my program was about to start because I knew I wouldn't be able to go on holiday or do anything for myself for the entire year. So I would recommend taking a week or 2 off after your nursing degree before your program starts. So there you have it. 5 things you need to focus on in your final year of nursing school to make sure you're job ready and confident for your first RN role. Master your skills, get your resume sorted, build relationships, understand the Australian healthcare system, and don't forget to look after yourself while you do all that. So guys, I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your nursing student friend who is stressing about graduation. And for those of you who'll be applying for nursing job applications for the first time here in Australia, I've actually created a free nursing job application checklist. I'll link it down below. Feel free to grab it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.